except
No,
for a red dot like that one right there. It says we're
I
alive.
see it
Okay.
says live. I think.
Cool, cool, cool. Well, ladies and gentlemen, nobody's here yet, but they should be. Stop the presses. This is important. That's not who I'm trying to talk to. We've got good things happening. Okay, live now.
Not that important.
Share to a group. Oh, cool. I can just start firing them off. I'm
Just a
sharing
couple
to
guys
everybody.
in the studio. The entire world.
They should know about
Worldwide.
this. So I saw the artwork when you came in the door. Like, that's kind of got to be a cool feeling. Like, you know exactly where you are. I knew where you were from the picture, but that's so cool. And was
Yeah,
that was Green Day studio back in the day? Is that
it was.
Yep.
okay?
Yeah,
Fuck
it's
yeah.
crazy. It like well this like I visited like three years ago. And yeah, it's just like a crazy it's a crazy vibe being here because of the whole like Green Day thing. But then on top of that, like the aesthetic here is just it's really awesome. Like Scott and Johnny have really like curated a super cool space. Like they're like I'll do a little like video around and stuff, but they're like nice curtains. It's just very like deliberate. Like there's a nice little garden outside. It's really a chill vibe. It's you know you're here.
How many studios are there within Greatstone?
That's a good question.
We got our main one, and then there's like there's I don't know, like 2 or 3 different other studios in the same building.
Oh yeah, awesome.
All
I just-
all really talented.
We're like
people.
in the main one right now, which is like Scott's like kind of main work area, and then across there's like a big there's a big room with super high ceilings outside of here, and that's like where you could do like band practice, or where you can like record an acoustic guitar or something. It's a cool room for that. And then on the other side, Johnny has his own studio like right across, which is it's a cool space. It's I was talking to Johnny about that earlier. Like I was like, I feel like more creative just being here. Like it's one of those like changes that I'm used to recording in my basement, like alone, maybe
right.
maybe with my cat or something, but like more or less alone. And like here, it's just like it's this crazy kind of cool creative vibe. I feel like I have to step up and do better because I'm here.
Well, that
We'll see if I have
environment
to.
invites you to do so, right? I mean,
Right.
I think right before we jumped on this live, and maybe we should just start formally doing what we came here to do, just because I want to be respectful of your guys' time. And I know people are going to catch on because this is a damn amazing thing to be happening. Let me catch you up if you're just jumping in. This is the somewhat relaunch of the Vibes Alive radio show with 2 amazing guests, because they are 2 amazing people that make some damn amazing music. And together, we've been lucky enough to get 2 singles. And I definitely do think lucky and blessed are 2 words that come to mind with both of them. When Time came out, it was just, it really like it made me step back and think, okay, like, wow, Brendan Clemente, and holy shit, Johnny Cosmic. Because Johnny, I mean, everything you do, man, it's not saying it's Midas touch, because I know a lot of work goes into it, but you just have a way to pull these melodies or whatever, craft the intangible things that are inside of people that are making music that you're producing, and you have a way of just bringing that out. And Time, I think, was one of those, because comparatively, like, it was just a big evolution from your music and like that single. And then when you come back up, like the sophomore hit's always tough, right? It's like, oh man, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do next? And
Sophomore
you
slump, yeah.
yeah, but
I would
I don't.
that.
I think you jump right past that, because this song, literally, I mean, I wrote, like, I was listening to it live at a friend's house, and I had chills on my arm just because it feels ethereal. It feels lifting. It feels this energy that allows you to love this music, and I think more importantly, love yourself and love other people. But it's a melody that inspires that type of energetic reaction, and I think that that shows, basically from, like, there was a comment about the solo that you do, Johnny, and it's like, it's simple, but simplicity says a lot too. Like just saying enough with just a little bit can make such a huge impact. And I was just having this conversation the other day, and it was just like there's a lot there. And
Yeah.
so let's talk about a little bit in terms of the creation process. So you guys have done this now twice. What is it like? I guess we'll just skip ahead, not to take away from time, but let's talk about all of, because that's primarily what we're here to talk about. So you've already worked with Johnny before. You've put something together. You've worked together. You got kind of the feel of what it's going to be like next.
Mhm.
So you put this together, and you're like, okay, did you have to get it to a certain point to where you're like, I like it now, I can share it, present it, whatever, or was it like, I don't know how far to go until, I kind of let the reins off of it? Or is it letting the reins off? Is a collaborative process? So tell me about that process from the very get-go of here's my idea. What do you think? And now you guys go.
Yeah. It's a really good question. It started out actually. So like you were talking about Johnny's ear for like a tune that like hits him the right way. I recorded this really like rough, crappy version, and I put it on Instagram. I was challenging myself because Time had just come out kind of recently, and I was trying to I like didn't want to get stale with my writing or anything, so I was challenging myself to do like a song a week or a song a weekend. So basically, I put like the whole song together in like 2 days, but I had like all the lyrics and stuff, and I just released it on Instagram, and Johnny liked the post similar to the way he liked Time the first time around, and then he messaged me like a week later or something. He was like, yo, he's like, you want to do like a similar thing on that song? I really dig that. I think it has a lot of potential. And then and then we basically just started. I don't know. The process has basically been to like kind of exchange notes. It was completely remote. I mean, this is like the height of the pandemic, so um, we were just doing it completely remotely. And basically, I just sent him the stems of the song, and then he adds like exact. You put it very well. He has a good ear for like pulling the important, strong parts out of a song and like accentuating the right points and making it sound. I had this like skeleton of a song, and he took it and put like some flesh on it, and yeah, we just kind of started going back and forth. And um, as far as like um, the kind of collaborative process and knowing when it's done, it was actually pretty tough. Like we kept adding layers, taking away layers. Like I think because I was pretty insecure about it, I was like, it has to follow Time up. Like, how are we going to do that? I was
So
freaking
so
out.
let me have you pause right there and switch this to Johnny really quick, man. What made you say this is a song I want to work on? Like when you heard it, you're like, okay, this is, I mean, because you, I'm sure, have plenty of different options of things to do and keep you busy. And so when something, that I think it's such a compliment to you, Brendan, too. Like when you're not out there fishing and all of a sudden you get such a wonderful catch, it's like, whoa, like that's such a compliment to talent. But what is it for you, Johnny, like beyond just the talent that you heard and you're like, hey, I want to do this again, or I feel like I can put my, spin on this?
Sure. I mean, I guess I just like it. To me, I just like heard some magic in it. Like I like even from the rough version, I could like hear what it would become. And I just had a feeling that it was just a good song. Really, just a great. Brendan's got a great knack for melody and awesome. He was like a writer too. You know what I mean? Like even excuse me, not even as a songwriter, but just as a writer, like blogs and other things like that. So I think that's like one of his like strong suits is like lyrics and couple that with melody, and so I think for me a lot of his stuff does like stand out. Every time I hear something, it just seems like wow, I so when he had played that song on Instagram, like immediately like heard the tune in my mind. I was like this would be another really great one. And so I just try to trust my instinct in that. It's really like it's just a feeling, and it like instantly, it right away when you hear something that
Sure.
just like hits, and so uh I guess that, yeah, really trying to hone in on like on finding those moments, you know, as opposed to just like forcing like whatever particular song. Because we might, like, as songwriters, we might write like a whole batch of things, you know, but there only might be like certain parts in those batches where it's like something is like really golden nuggets, you know. So for me, the key is to try to like hone in on all those nuggets, um, and be happier with just allowing the other ones to pass by, and just be you know, yeah, just to hone in on it. So I heard that within his tune, you know. I felt like that.
For sure. That makes perfect sense. So now when it comes to like crafting the tune and making the tune, was there a piece of it that was um I don't want to say the most challenging or the most intricate for you guys, like that you felt like you needed to really flesh out the most or build upon that just really kind of made the puzzle pieces fit?
Not, I guess not really. I felt like it was pretty straightforward, you know, like the one thing that originally the verse was twice as long, so all the lyrics of the first and second verse were all coupled into one verse, and then there was supposed to be a space for the second verse. And I was like, man, I was like, actually, I think we got verse 1 and verse 2 right here in this one long verse, you know. So it was slight like rearrangement in that regard, you know, and stuff like that, but all that was pretty straightforward and easy, you know. It's just like it was just a matter of kind of getting it done. The core of the idea that Brendan had was like solidified already, you know, and all we had to do was do that idea justice, and I felt like we would be in a good place, you know.
Oh yeah. Well, I think you guys landed in a good spot. Now that you've had a couple weeks to sit on it, like how are you feeling about it, Brendan? You thinking like it was right where it needed to be? You're getting more excited about it. More people are hearing it. I mean, you've had a great amount of streams on it already. I mean, it's getting some good
Yeah,
attention.
yeah,
How's it
it's
feel?
good, really good reception. If I mean, it
Yeah.
feels incredible, and like honestly, it was a weight off my shoulders. Like you mentioned, I was kind of I was insecure about releasing anything after Time, just because that like resonated so much with so many people. So like we got this to the point that we were both basically we both listened to it and we were both like, yeah, okay, this sounds good. You know, we kind of had that mutual like, and you have to draw that line at some point, because you could nitpick it forever and be like, no, actually we should do, and like at a certain point you just have to be like, this is a good representation of what we're trying to do. But yeah, it just feels good to have it out, and honestly kind of to be on to the next song, you know. It's like
Does
it's
that have
like
anything to do with why you're there today at
no,
Great
I'm
Stone
just
Studio?
I'm just
No,
on
just
vacation.
chilling, just
I'm
chilling.
just on
Okay,
vacation out here. We're not
okay.
working or anything.
Sorry, man. I mean, I saw a post about it could be the greatest day of my life, and you know, every day I wake up, I hope that every day is the greatest day of my life. So I'm just assuming, you know, I should make no assumptions. I think my mom taught me better. Sorry, mom. Um, but let's talk about something else I saw on social media, because the song seems pretty straightforward. The connection with you guys is obviously pretty straightforward, and it makes damn good music. And I could stop right now and we could play the song and just chill, but I feel like it'd be kind of awkward to just sit here and listen to the song. So we can do that toward the end of the interview and let people listen to it and hear that great connection and that collaboration. And I actually put both Time and All My Love in this. All Love, sorry. You're in Great
I,
Stone. Got the tattoo. So my wife doesn't have very many tattoos. It's a sidebar nobody probably cares about. But let me tell you, we went to Red Rocks for the 420 show. It was a big thing.
that was awesome.
And I got a sun that says All My Love. And then the sun has 20 dashes and 19 sub dashes, and then two waves with two swells. So it's 420, 2019. Oh my, like it's a stick figure tattoo.
Sick,
Yeah.
dude.
Like I feel the need to show you.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at that. I'm flashing the camera, baby.
Dang,
Dude, that looks
Right there, that side. Yeah.
look at him
But-
go.
And so my wife has a much prettier chest than myself. Got All My Love like over here. And she doesn't even have tattoos other than, you know, so
That's cool.
you know, we love stick figure. We are definitely a stick figure family. And it was great to hear some new music coming out, obviously from stick figures. Awesome. But also all these other projects that have been coming out lately. It feels good to be out of quarantine. I think in general, like there's been a lot of that creativity that was stowed up, and lots of like opportunities to play live again and all these sorts of things. So what's you guys take just that's too general of a question, and obviously I didn't script this shit out. But on the, I was talking about this the other day, and we talk about it on the podcast sometimes. I really like the fusion in the crossover that's happening within the reggae influence, right? Like I think we were in this reggae rock thing for a really long time. Call it whatever you want to call it. But now we're seeing crossover into like this reggae techno or into this, you know, I don't know, Brendan. I think the reason I'm thinking of this is because you made a post about like I'm not reggae, but that's okay. Like there's so many things that aren't reggae. But what's your take on just this whole, you know, what word am I looking for? Just hybrid
how
of
it's adapted.
fusion. There we go.
Yeah.
Damn, I got it finally. The
Yeah.
fusion of styles that are coming together lately that are just, I think, making the scene grow in many different ways.
Yeah, we were talking about that last night. Like it's what stuff does naturally, right? Like you hear something and you might be influenced by it, but like everyone has, no matter who it is, like every single person has their own unique voice, their own unique guitar sound, their own unique thing. And like when I started out producing, I was trying to make music that sounded exactly like Stick Figures. I was just like trying to recreate those beats. And like the stuff that drew Johnny in though was like stuff that was different than that. It was like where I was using an acoustic more, and it was a little like folkier, and like it was just kind of a different hybrid. And you know, you saw that. And basically we were talking about like how cool it is that happens, and how this could be a whole, you know, this could be a whole new avenue for the Cali reggae scene, or whatever you want to call it. It's just like it's a little different. It's music that just sounds a little different. But
I like totally embrace the hybrid idea. You know, I feel like it's just like if I feel like it's everyone's place to kind of like add your flavor to whatever it is that you're a part of, you know. So like it starts with all of us like collecting influences, you know, and we love a bunch of different kinds of music, and we try to emulate that music. But then once it kind of, you like make your own mix of it, you take all those influences and you mix it all up, you know, and you're adding a piece of yourself into that and spitting it back out. That it has kind of a new character to it, you know, and to really embrace that idea, I think is very powerful, you know. And so, and even within like being influenced by reggae music, I think like if you can take anything from like the Jamaican style, one thing you can take is to really kind of be yourself or make it yourself. Like, I mean, if you listen to like the very early incarnations of reggae music, you know, you can hear like the direct influence of like American soul music and stuff like that, like the Motown and things like that. But very quickly, you know, it like morphed into like this whole other thing. You know, they took that and they like turned the template on its head, you know, and like really made it their own personality, which ended up turning into rocksteady and reggae and all the subgenres of that, you know. And so if we can take anything from reggae music, I think one of the biggest things we can take is that if you want to be like the Jamaican style, you know, that whatever you take in, when you're spitting it back out, it's like morphing into your new personality that you're adding to it, you know. So I embrace that like wholeheartedly, you know.
it's like,
have you guys? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
oh no, it's like instead of trying to copy, like it's like kind of recreate, you know, recreate
100%.
instead of copy.
Yeah. I mean, not to put you on the spot, but I was going to say what, you know, any genre, I don't even care if it's reggae at all. Any new artists that you guys have heard lately that you're like, you know, I wish more people heard X.
One band that I really like is Croonbin. They got a really cool sound.
Where are they out of?
Texas.
Right? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Love them. They've been my favorite band for the last couple of years, I think.
Say that one more time.
They've been my favorite band for the last couple
of years.
Oh, no,
I'm sorry. The name of the band.
Oh, Croonbin. It's like spelled interestingly too. It's like KHRAUNGBIN.
I'm so
glad I asked you to do that. Thank you, because Man, people have been like, "Cool, Brett. Thanks for the suggestion." You can't find that shit anywhere.
No, yeah. It's got, dude. They got a whole cool thing going on. They're dope as hell, man. I love those guys.
Oh yeah, awesome.
Dude, yeah, I actually haven't I started listening to Lord Huron
Oh man,
recently.
dude, he's dope.
Oh my
Holy
god.
shit.
Like, and it's just like that's kind of my thing. Like I don't even care. Like personally, like I understand why we have genre. Like I understand it helps differentiate and find what you're looking for. But like in my mind, anyone who makes a song that hits me, I don't care about the genre. I'm just looking for the feel of the song. And like Lord Huron has songs that just like they make me feel like I'm listening to a song from like 1972,
Totally.
and I'm just like, yeah, like, and
Nice.
I love that old vibe.
Like Ides of March kind of shit going on.
Yeah,
dude.
Nice.
I discovered him recently. I actually never even knew about him. I think I maybe heard the name before, but
Yeah.
I never heard. And then I saw a clip of he was on like Jimmy Kimmel or one of the late night shows.
Yeah.
And he played the song, and it was like a duet with this chick. And dude, the fucking I was like, oh my god, like,
it's like
this is fucking amazing. Like, who the fuck is this guy, dude? Like,
insane.
holy shit. The songwriting, the melodies, the performance, and that sound, the tone, like how they have this kind of like old tone, but it's so sweet. I was really blown away. That's cool that you said that.
We were talking last. I mean, like as far as newer artists too, like Vandalia, like you know, she's swinging by tomorrow, right? Yeah. So like, yeah,
we can do this again tomorrow. You know, you guys want let's get as many conversations going as we can. We'll get as many.
Daily,
yeah, I'd be happy to.
No, but like she is like a really cool example of, like, and Johnny's super like conscious of that. Like when he like hears a sound that's like kind of pushing, it's taking reggae and pushing in a different direction specific to that artist. And that's another one that he's done a lot of work with her, and like I've listened to those songs and I'm just like yeah, this sounds really good. This is a really nice song, you know.
It's cool to see the evolution. I mean, just from an outside perspective, you know, because I'm definitely not, you know, close to that camp at all. But it's cool to see, like, at least from a marketing perspective, this is the outside guy speaking, is it looks like she kind of fell into her identity. Like from an outside perspective, it's like, this is what I'm going to do. This is how I'm going to do it. I'm confident and let's go, which is cool. It seems like a nice, you know, progression from, not that there was anything wrong before, I'm not implying that, but just, and you know, just more confidence, more identity, and that's dope. And good to see.
If you will.
Yeah. No, the album we made is really stellar. Like, I'm super proud of it. A few of the singles have come out already. She actually just released a video for the Come Away song with the Half Pint that we did.
That's what I saw the marketing for. That's what's giving me those images.
The music is really incredible. I'm really proud of that record a lot. I'm excited for everyone to hear it. It hasn't dropped yet, but it'll be coming soon. Awesome.
Well, we definitely will be happy to help get the word out and share it with as many people as y'all want to share it with. Yeah. Well, I don't know. I guess I have so many things I want to talk about, but I think ultimately I just want to say, but beyond anything else, I'm just thankful for you guys, you know, taking the time to be on here. You know, there's one person, if there's no people, I just appreciate a good conversation. And
did you say that you just joined a band recently?
I did, yeah.
No way.
What are you playing?
The Keys.
The Keys. Nice. All right, dude.
Ta-da.
Yeah, look at him go. What do you got? What do you got? Is that Nord there?
It's a Nord Electro 2. And then I got the MX61 Yamaha.
Okay.
And then
is that a blue one?
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. I kind of like the blue color.
Let's see. Can we make it over there without breaking shit? Yeah, that's the blue one.
Dude.
My little Bond guy, Moose Labs.
Mm-hmm.
Like, shout out to those guys. They make these filters for when you smoke. And I appreciate that because I feel like I'm an old man and I shouldn't be smoking anymore. So I use their filters, and that's their little Bond character guy. So shout out to Moose Labs.
Hell yeah.
Uh,
Smoking
Um,
what, like cigarettes or weed?
no, just for weed. For
Oh,
weed.
okay.
It's like out of my refrigerator comes a bomb.
Oh,
But it's like this filter. See?
Ah,
oh,
look at that.
okay. I never
Yeah,
seen one of those before.
Yeah, I don't think I
yeah,
have either.
yeah, and it's you know it helps, I guess.
Sure.
It's
So,
like I don't know. It's like that whole Tommy Boy thing with the warranty on the box. It just makes you feel better. So fuck it. But yeah, I joined a band, ZC Keeley, based out of Tucson, Arizona, and yeah, it's kind of cool opportunity just came up, and I've been playing guitar and stuff, and um, I've been really just too chicken shit to play music. I'm not gonna lie. I think it's one of those things where I'm comfortable. My background is in production and creative and stuff, and so I'm always comfortable like making videos and things of that nature. That felt like okay, cool, I can do that, and I can still be on the wavelength. So started doing this with the interviews and like filming it and whatever. But always too scared, honestly. Just
Yeah.
never wanted to put it out there. And
It it. Sorry, go ahead.
no. I'm curious what you're gonna say.
No, yeah, it's like a whole nother thing, like beyond just. It's obviously it takes a lot of like concentration and skill to like learn an instrument or get so good at something. But then it feels like almost like a whole nother skill to like get over like the fear and all that stuff that happens when you like put yourself out there, because there's a lot of like doubt, like the chatter in your brain is going crazy. Not only that, but you may have nerves, adrenaline, when it's like spiking, and it's like you almost kind of lose control of your limbs in the way that you normally want to be able to flow and move and stuff. And like there's this whole like dance that you have to like play with yourself to like get all zen in your mind, in order to do well, and or even just stopping you from doing anything at all, like even trying, because it's just like the thought of all that stuff is like scary enough. So
For
it's
sure.
I feel like it takes a lot of like a lot of it's an interesting experience to go through all that, and cheers to you for giving it a go.
yeah, it's awesome.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, no, it's been the most gratifying thing I've done in recent times. Like, I didn't know how to play keys really. Like, I knew there was octave and everything, like basic. But that was the opportunity, and they're like, "Yo," and it actually reminded me kind of a stick figure in a way because I've heard that, like, Tommy learned bass because Scott they were friends, and he's like, "Hey,
Yeah.
let's do this or whatever." I was like, "Cool," and it just organically happened where they're like, "Would you play keys?" I'm like, if you're for real, I would learn to play them. And they're like, all right. Cause they're like, you can play music. I'm like, yeah, but it's like, all right, we'll figure it out. No harm, no foul. I'm like, all right. Cause it was quarantine. Like nobody's going anywhere. So, the funny thing is the first show though was Viva Arizona, which my buddy Jeff like put
Nice.
together.
Shout out,
And
Sean
yeah,
Coons.
man, we like dreamt up this thing and he made it happen. So all props to Jeff. But the first show that I got to play was that. And it was like we were, or right before Mike Love. I mean, so we had a huge audience, and I brought my boys, and like that was my main motivation because like the little dudes, I don't get a lot of opportunities to like feel like like good job. I mean, just I'm not downing myself, but there's whatever. So I'm like, I'm gonna play, I'm gonna learn, I'm not gonna fuck this up, and I'm not gonna smoke weed on stage. I'm just gonna be like, good for this show. It's gonna be great. And I learned and I played that set, and it was like one of the greatest highs I've ever felt. Just like even looking out and seeing them dance and everything. And my son's like, Dad, too much smoke. I was claustrophobic. I don't ever want to do that again, but it was really great watching you. I'm like, fuck yeah.
Oh,
Like, that's cool. Like, it's all right. Like, I mean, he wasn't even that close, but still, it's like, I respect it. Awesome. Cool. Now I can go on to do my business too, and everything will be fine. But since then, like, we're recording this Saturday.
Nice.
And I'm actually like, I didn't even assume that I was going to be part of that process. And they're like, yeah, dude, you're the keyboard player.
we need our keys.
I am. So I'm going to go, and I've been working on some stuff, and it's fun. And I'm finally feeling like I can articulate a different way. Like I've got a new outlet with being able to play, the keys and trying to get some things out and shit. And
you can tell you're like glowing, dude.
Yeah,
It's awesome to see that.
It feels good, man. It's like, this is all important. Like Vibes Live is important because I want a platform for people like yourselves and even, you know, many others that just need fucking a place to get their shit out, and I want to be there to help do that. But being able to also be on the other side and help make music and play music and see it from all the different angles just makes me feel like so good. So, and you know, still have a 9 to 5, still have a family, still have all that, but music just gives me that natural.
It's a special thing.
Oh, yeah, it's needed, man. Like it's a good thing for everyone, you know, for you and for everyone in the audience. It's like it's a really great social situation, you know, for all of us to get together and bond, you know.
100%. Like closer to the sun, I know Stick's not there, and I'm not bringing that up for any other reason than like the last time I didn't stay up, you know, till 2 in the morning or whatever. And I know there was amazing jam sessions going out, and I just kind of was like, no, I'm gonna old man it. Um, I'm not gonna do that this year. You
Yeah.
know, like I'm just gonna make sure that I just, if there's opportunities where people are playing, I want to be a part of it. And even at Viva, like my buddy from the Irie, Johnny was there with Rico from Ease Up, and they were like playing, and they're all sitting around. He's like, "Go grab your melodica." I'm like, "Okay." You know, and it was like I did, and I played a little bit. That was like, I think Dread like walked by, and I like met him like very briefly, and I'm like, wow, like, okay, well, I guess I'm playing now, you know, and like even just playing 2 notes was fine. It just like I'm good, but
Yeah,
awesome,
you
you
got a
know,
piece in there. Yeah, the
makes me happy.
late night jams are like, I mean the sets are important. I would never encourage missing a set, but like I would almost take a nap earlier and then stay up for the late night jams, because those are the special moments where you know it really, you just get to like really connect with people and stuff, and like
I always felt weird though. I always felt like an imposter. I don't know. It doesn't make sense. But like if I wasn't playing, and you don't need to play to be there. I don't know, man.
I
There's
know
like
what you mean, man.
there's certain
I
times
still
where I
feel
get a
weird.
little gun shy, and I
I
did.
get it. I still
2017 for
feel
sure.
weird. I still feel weird being in a room sometimes. You know, I'm like, ah, should I really like be here? You know, I mean, it's just, it's like that self doubt, that nagging
Yeah,
voice. But
it's
yeah,
natural inclination, you know. But
But you know what?
if you try hard and you got your heart in the right place, man, that's all that matters, you know.
100%. And I think that you know, I got to meet some people throughout the days, and one person just kind of said to me, he's like, you know what, you're here. You are where you are, and you get to where you get to, and you can only try to do so much. And you know, we all have aspirations and dreams and hopes of one day that can be blah. But I think things are pretty fucking good right now, and I think that you know, what really started this conversation was a beautiful song and a beautiful collaboration and beautiful music, and that's something that we all need to continue to just build us up and make things good, and take advantage of all these opportunities. And I think the more people that can just take a minute to reset and use words whenever you're feeling them, just whatever it is at whatever time, just write them down, and who knows what somebody can do with them, right?
Mm.
Like things can be made into beautiful, beautiful things when you put a melody behind it.
Oh,
Like, I don't know, what's the strangest like place you've been inspired to write? Like you're just sitting there one day, like, hey man, sorry, 1 minute, and you know, has it ever been that impulsive, or is it more like I'm just gonna go sit down and intention to write?
no, I think a lot of times, for me anyway, like a lot of times the ideas will just pop up at random points, you know. I think part of like the job of being a writer is to like position yourself ahead of time to capture those moments, because actually they come and go. It's almost like a dream, you know.
Yeah.
When you wake up, you got it for like 10 seconds, and then as you're grabbing it, it's like slipping away, you know. So it's like, so like whenever this happens, right, it's zing, and it like zings into your brain. It hits like lightning, and then you've got like only moments to like try and capture this. But I think with like an iPhone and stuff, and you got the voice memo, right? Like my whole thing is like, all right, it should at any given time in the day, I'm doing anything pretty much. It should only take me 10 seconds to open up the phone, hit the memo, start pressing record, and capture those moments.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of times, like that's actually maybe one of the definitive aspects of being a writer, right? Because I think generally, probably like this happens a lot to probably a lot of people, but um, it's like the burden of like transcribing that lightning hit into something, you know, tangible on paper or in a recording, you know. So Yeah, just always being ready is like really important, I think.
Yeah, I forgot I wrote some notes the other day. Like I wrote something down like really quick and I forgot about it. And today I opened my notes, I was like, oh yeah.
Like, that's a good idea. No, that's like, yeah, it's almost like the exact same thing for me is like when I'm trying really hard, like lots of times I won't get the idea, but then I'll be like out for a walk or so. Or I was on a date with my wife the other night, and like we were going to grab those little like Lime scooters, and I was like, wait a second, and I just had this like thing pop into my head, and I just made a voice memo while we're like walking across the road, and like it's just like sporadic time, but it's like a mix of that like sudden inspiration, but then I think the other side of that coin is like putting the time in, like Johnny said, to kind of translate it and turn it into something, because by itself it's just that little flash, but it's taking that and making a song around it, like okay, like what else can go with this, what chords work with this, what, you know, what kind of melody works, and having a routine of sitting down, you know, whether it's daily or, you know, weekly or whatever, to try and make something out of it. And that's like the other half of it, I think.
Yeah.
Totally. Yeah, definitely doing the due diligence of like doing the idea justice and building it proper. And John Lennon had said something that I found really inspiring too. Like he was talking about like when that moment hits too. If you're if you're able to like really try and flesh out the idea right in that moment, and to not like put it off for some other time. Um, which I've found really helpful. I think it's a good practice to do for anyone who's like writing or anything like that. To like, if you get a flash of inspiration, to really try to work that into like some kind of tangible something more than just the idea. Like, right, like so if you get like a bit of a chorus or you get a melody or something like that, really try to like make that into something, like even if it's just a simple verse chorus or whatever, something to like really like hold on to, like as instead of it just being you humming into a voice memo or something, like really take the time to turn it into something, because he, at least for John Lennon, he said he felt like the most potent moment was right in that moment, like the most you're going to get out of it could be right in those precious couple minutes or an hour
Right.
or whatever after that inspiration hits.
It doesn't mean you can't go back and like revise it
Of
later. It
course,
just means
of
you just got
course.
to capture lightning when it
that
strikes. I mean,
that too. I
yeah.
mean, even if you like take it to the end and kind of like figure something out of it, it'll still be refined later on anyway, so that's already given, but to really try to like make something that, so that way once the days go, okay, cool, you move on, and then you're like, all right, well, I got this song, and then you actually like have something to present, as opposed to it just being a hummed melody or something like that. It feels, I guess it feels good, and it feels, and it's like productive, to like have something ready.
Yeah, no, 100%. It's always interesting, like I said, where the inspiration strikes, and sometimes beyond inspiration, where collaborations can come from. And this is just thought about this, but somebody that I've been working with a lot as of recent, or not a lot, but enough to know he's a great guy, is Craig McKnight from Muffin But Good Vibes. And
Muffin Book.
I understand that you may have your own muffin coming out or something.
There may be a muffin coming out.
Yeah. Yeah. What do you know about this muffin? Can we talk about the muffin? I don't know if I'm supposed to talk about it, but whatever.
I don't know either, but like no, yeah, Craig is awesome, and he's been making these amazing like I've been watching from a distance, like as he makes all these, and I look at them online, I'm like, man, those muffins look so good.
Look legit
and,
as
yeah,
hell.
dude,
Yeah.
I'm like I've wanted them for a while, and yeah,
I'm about to make you jealous. I've had one. I've definitely had one of the
see,
Muffin But Good Vibes, and they're good.
I gotta get one. Yeah, but probably like it's actually very possible I'll have a muffin like with my name on it before I've even had a muffin.
Did you like throw down flavor preferences, or like
Yeah,
how did the
yeah.
Muffin Man make the creation?
Well, he's like, he's kind of the trusted creative with it, because I don't really know what I'm doing with flavors and muffins. I'm not really too in tune to that. Like, but so he like kind of threw out these suggestions. He's like, I think yours would be cool with like this and this, and like I'm like, yeah, it sounds like a cool combo. I want to say it was if I'm remembering correctly, I want to say it could potentially be, because I don't think it's finalized yet, but I think it's like a cider. Like it's got like a cider vibe, which is cool
Nice.
because I love a good cider. So
Oh yeah. Is that
yeah.
what you were drinking earlier? We've been.
No,
I feel like you guys need to refill at some point
we
here.
got a Golden Road mango.
Oh, cart, the mango cart thing.
Yeah. We just picked them up today, and yeah, just some studio beers, you know.
Oh yeah.
We got some beer, we got a little bit of wine, and we got mango chunks with tequila for margaritas too.
Dude, this guy, as soon as I walked in last night, he made me a mango margarita, and it was like after a full day of traveling and like being on planes, I was just like, this is exactly what I needed. Like that was a perfect thing to be offered.
I'll be in NorCal soon. Maybe we can link up. That'd be fantastic.
Get on those mango margaritas.
Well, I mean, you're playing some beautiful music. I wasn't planning on asking you guys to play anything, but you feel like playing a little song?
Give it to him, John.
Chucks, what can I play? I don't know.
That's some good strumming.
I was just trying to play background music.
That's fine. I'll take it. You know, I can read. No, I don't know if I should read those words. I think they were kind of angry. There was a song I didn't really like recently. You know, we get to review songs. I didn't not like the song, but like some of the sentiment behind it.
Sure.
And
What's the song?
well, Johnny, let me tell you why you play that beautiful tune. So, the song is called "Fake Reggae" by the Late Ones.
Okay.
And I don't think that I fully understand the song, and I want to. I need to like sit down with it and try to understand it because those guys are fucking dope. They're good people.
They're awesome. Yeah.
I've met them. They're really nice. So like I know that I'm just completely missing something, which makes me feel like more of a retard. And it's frustrating because I feel like I'm a very understanding person. So why would I be turned off by something that's just an expression? You know what I mean? And everybody's entitled to that. So
yeah, it's different song. Like, I mean, I think it would be a good thing to ask now, like what their kind of what their intention was and stuff behind it, because every song has its own starting intention. Then people subjectively take that in and might interpret it completely.
Beauty and the curse of music, man.
Yeah,
the universal language. You interpret something so different.
People take it differently than the artist intended. So who knows?
Yeah.
You know?
It's just the first time that I've been challenged by a song to where I'm like, maybe I just don't. Maybe like I totally take the onus on myself. Like it's got to be me. I just don't understand it. But you know, like again, I don't want to take away from anything.
I guess some. Not all art is meant to make you feel comfortable. Some art is meant to make you intentionally feel uncomfortable.
Amen, dude. Amen.
So that could be. I've never heard the tune, so I can't comment on it. But
I haven't listened to it,
I do dig those guys a lot. I think they're very talented and stuff like that. And I don't know. You know.
It's something like I can't do the chorus justice right now, but it's basically like saying that anybody that's playing folk over reggae is stealing black people's music. And it's like, again, entitled to say whatever, but it just seems weird on a genre where there's been a lot of that camaraderie and collaboration. You know, you got the Elevators, you've got ZC Keeley. They run a ZC Keeley track, the band that I'm in. Like, there's a lot of that. So I'm sure, again, operator error, but it was the first time I was challenged. So I wrote a little bit of angsty shit, and it wasn't really about them. It was like, there's just been a lot of weird fake fungus growing lately. I don't know. And
I like Johnny's take on that a lot, though, like because I like in the past couple of years especially, I've been made uncomfortable by a lot of things in a good way. Like like we don't get to decide how someone feels about something, and I mean, you know, they're that sentiment, if that is indeed the sentiment, like, I mean, if that's the truth, then I mean, you know, it's them speaking their truth, and like,
and everybody has their
own
truth.
We need to be open to listen to that too, and to hear other sides that might not agree with exactly what we're doing, even if it's something that, like, you know, that I'm actually doing, you know, like mixing folk and reggae and stuff. But like, I'm totally down to hear that have that conversation, because it is important, and there's a lot of healing that needs to be done. There's been a lot of bad shit that,
amen.
in the past and or it's still, and so like
and that's part why that's
like
part why I
rambling.
bring it up. No,
But
that's partially why
it's a tough subject.
you were in Minnesota. I mean, you were in a very, centric spot for a lot of things that have been going on recently in our country. But like, again, I'm trying to talk about it in the most respectful way possible, which I'm sure it conveys, and I hope it conveys that way. But it's like, I think the good thing is that people are having more conversations about things that do in fact make us uncomfortable, so we can grow and be better. I just want to continue to see more growth in the unity section, and not realizing and pointing out differences to divide. And that's where my head goes. But then I'm a little antiquated in that thinking too. So we can all grow and be better together,
And I mean, I suppose every song's not for every person too. So if that song's not for you, or then that's cool too. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be anything.
No, I have to like every song, man. I have to like every single song. I have to like everybody. I have to promote everything. No, I'm just kidding. I don't have to do any of that. But
I think it's.
I think unity is a journey, like, and unity has to come from people feeling healed. And if that's a healing thing for some people, then like then that's awesome. And like I'm here to listen. I
100%.
I want to understand.
Yeah, me too. We got somebody saying what's up. Hey, Tyler Person, what's up?
Tyler Snugget.
Oh, nice. Guess I didn't realize his last name was Person.
Yeah, he's got some really cool tunes out there. He's been sending me some really cool stuff. He's
collaborated with my boy George from the Irie. Arizona.
Yeah, good person.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I think let's do this, guys. Like I said, if you feel like, rekindling this wonderful conversation, I got plenty more things to say and more things to do. Be happy to do it at any time. But I want to give people a chance to listen. So if you want to hang for a minute, you're welcome to. I think it's just going to go full screen with the song. Get people to listen to the song for a minute. We'll come back. We'll chat about it again just real quickly. And then we'll go off into our Wednesday evening.
Quiet into the Wednesday evening.
Yes, sir. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, all of you that have been here watching with us, appreciate you. We're going to go ahead and play the song that we're talking about, All Love. Nice collaboration from Brendan Clemente and Johnny Cosmic, coming at you right about now.
Sometimes I'm crazy like the wind. Sometimes I'm lonely like a heartbreak. I find this world we're living in goes in circles like it started. And the sun will rise again. Yeah, the world keeps turning, thoughts within our head keep on burning, place we used to know keep on changing, memories remain, fill our pages with love.
inside.
Woo-wee!
The genuine,
You.
genuine EVQ.
That was amazing. All love, Brendan Clemente. I hope you all enjoyed that. I enjoyed that. I was even having more fun knowing that you guys were right on the other side while that was playing because, man, it's awesome. Let's just recap really quick. We've been talking for almost an hour. Really appreciate all of your guys' time. You know, excited about the relaunch of the Vibes Alive radio show just because I want to get more people hearing more amazing music that needs to be heard with great stories and great collaborations. And you guys are beyond the perfect example. So, thank you for taking the time to talk about the collaboration, to talk about the time previously of working on time, and also just, you know, your guys' time spent creating this last project, and I'm sure many more to come. You know, I feel like if there's anybody out there that's chilling, it looks like we got a few more people watching now. If you have any questions, anything you want to say, this would be the time because I would love for you to say it, love for you to have an opportunity because this isn't going to happen all the time. This is going to be some busy people going out playing many shows, and we're damn blessed to be here
Shows it back.
talking with you right now. I'm super excited about that.
Thanks for having us on, man. Thanks for always getting music out to the world and stuff, dude. It's a special thing to do.
It's the least I can do. I just want to be a part of it, and you know, it feels good to know, like, I guess you don't know what you got till it's gone, sort of scenario, right? And so, I was hoping it had an impact. I didn't know that it, if it did, and I feel like it did, and that's why I have a big motivation to bring it back. So
it does, man.
Oh yeah.
People listen.
And you don't know what you lost until you get a little snippet of it back, and you're like, holy shit, it's good. I can't fucking wait, you know?
Yeah. And I think it's just ideas are swirling, new formats. This is a fun way to do it, you know? I think we can play tracks. I don't know. We'll find out. If I get this slapped on the wrist for copyright, I have no idea. It's your guys' tracks. So I think it's safe to play. But.
Isn't that weird? I don't know. We'd have to. I don't know how that works. How do you tell the algorithm, like, yo, bro, we made this track?
Well, you know, like I did the Closer to the Sun. I did a recap with all the footage. And in fact, I think there's a shot of you on there with Scott, like right on the edge of the stage, which was dope. Craig, we were just talking about you, man. I hope you caught that muffin but good vibes. We're talking about some amazing muffins. But it kept flagging me for using Closer to the Sun, the song. And then I just put that I had permission because, I mean, they knew I was putting that together and that I was using that song. And it left it up in like 22 countries or something like weird. I don't know.
22 more than 0.
Yeah, it's fine. Whatever, man. It's the way to go. Well, like I said, thank you guys. I appreciate your time. If y'all didn't have a chance to catch the previous part of this conversation, this video will be uploaded. You can save it. You can watch it back. And yeah, just more than appreciative. And thank you guys. Vibes Alive radio show. Like more people are watching now. I feel fucking wrong cutting it off. But you know what? Y'all, I did terrible. Look, even more now. More people are popping up.
No way.
If 3 more people pop up in the next whatever, I bet we could probably recap some of the things we said.
Yeah.
But, Johnny's getting the guitar again. I think that should cause more people to get
back
on.
Back to the ambience.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, share this right now. Get some people to join us. Let's get some good vibes happening. We've been warming up this conversation for about an hour.
This morning.
Peggy Sue, Peggy Sue, Peggy, my Peggy Sue. Well, I love you good, yeah, I love my Peggy Sue. Thank
Yes.
you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you guys. I'm going to end on that note because that was beautiful.
That was
Ladies
awesome.
and gentlemen, Johnny Cosmic, Brendan Clemente, making beautiful music. The Vibes Alive radio show, getting back at you. I'm Brett Coleman. Thank you for being here.
Thanks for
I'll
having
see
us
y'all
on,
soon.
man.
All
See you
right. Thanks,
soon.
guys. Peace.
Later.
Peace.